You know, they say if it's too loud, you're probably too old. Now, in my case, we recently installed the Flowmaster exhaust on this, the Outlaw Axle-Back. I thought it was plenty loud. I put that video up though, and all of you have asked, I wonder what it'd sound like without the resonator with a good resonator delete. Well, Flowmaster makes a resonator delete for the 18. We're going to install it with the Outlaw and see just how loud it is. This is Flowmaster stainless steel resonator delete X-Pipe. Now this one's going to fit your 2018 through 2019. We have a different version available for 15 through 17. This will require cutting for installation, and it's going to delete the heavy restrictive factory resonator. This is made of 2.5-inch 409 stainless steel and includes all necessary hardware for installation. Now if you are running this X-Pipe with a Flowmaster Axle-Back, you will not need to cut for installation. It'll bolt right up to it. For this installation, you'll need a lift or a jack and jack stands, 3/8 ratchet, 13mm socket, 15mm socket, and if you have a factory exhaust system, a Sawzall, and safety glasses. Now, as I mentioned, if you have a stock Axle-Back still on the car, you will have to cut right here, and Flowmaster provides detailed instructions on exactly where to do so. But if you do have a Flowmaster Axle-Back like we do, this becomes a bolt-on installation. We get installation by loosening up these 4 nuts at the front where the mid-pipe connects to the resonator. Okay, I'm going to move back here and remove the 2 clamps for the slip fit joints. Now for this part here, an extra set of hands will really come in handy. Brendan's going to hold the back and we're kind of trying to slide it back. Because this is a slip fit joint and it's had a clamp on it for a while, these are pretty tight and they're going to be kind of difficult to get off. So we're going to start by taking it off at the front once we slide it back, and then kind of shimmy it and get it off the car. At this point, we're going to pop the tailpipes off. If you're working on the ground, if you want to try to put the X-Pipe on with the pipes in place, it is possible, but it'd be kind of hard to get it up in the air and get it lined up. In our case, since we're on a lift, it's much easier. We're just going to take the tailpipes off. Now, if you do have a factory exhaust system, we're going to use these adapters here. One side's going to go to the new resonator delete pipe. The other pipe goes to your factory tailpipes. In our case, since we have the Flowmaster, we won't be needing. Okay, now we're going to make the connections. Now just get them slipped on for now, leave these loose, we'll put up in the air back on the car and make our adjustments. Once you have these in place, tighten them up. Okay, you're going to reinstall the hangers. We'll get the tips looking where we want them and tighten down the clamps. All right, so you guys said you love it loud. Let's see just how loud this is. Holy shit. Yeah, it's loud. like I said, we get people a lot of times asking, hey, I want something really, really loud for my 2018 Mustang. This would be a good choice. I mean, this is definitely the loudest one I've heard yet. The tone is different than like the Extreme, which is also on the louder side. The Extreme's a little more higher pitched. This I'd say is a little maybe raspier sounding than that is. If you would put something like this with a set of like catless long tubes, I can't even imagine how loud it would be. But the sound is not, I mean, it's not like it's terrible, it's just loud. I mean, it's, you know, the Outlaws I always thought had a good tone to them. They weren't just loud for the sake of loud. You know, adding this pipe to it does make it more volume-wise. I mean, obviously it goes up a lot more adding this to it. But we'll get it out on the highway and see how it is like drivability-wise on the highway. I just drove past a bunch of workers sitting outside having lunch, and every single head at the table turned when this thing went by. You're not going to sneak up on anybody with this exhaust. But, you know, having just got back from Mustang week, I was amazed at, you know, how many cars are down there that were like extremely loud exhaust-wise. I mean, that's what seems a lot of people want, and if that's what you're looking for, this would be a good choice. So we're doing 65 here. We're in 10th gear, so the RPMs are obviously nice and low. And you still hear it. I mean, it's not, when you get off the gas, it actually gets really quiet, but as soon as you're on the throttle at all, I mean, it's still there, and it's still announcing you're on your way for sure. Next section road, I'll try to get a little more speed and see if we get any kind of that droniness on the highway. I mean, design of Flowmaster, the Resonator Delete, it's like when it's that kind of a louder setup, you do sometimes have a little bit of drone on the highway. It's just, you're gonna hear it. It's not, you know, these systems at this volume level just aren't gonna ever disappear. But we'll see what it's actually like at more highway speed. We'll go a little faster. But it's, I mean, it's loud throughout the car. It resonates. You know, I have the windows up right now. With the windows down, obviously, it's a lot more noticeable. But I wouldn't say with the windows up you couldn't have like a conversation. It's not like it's that painfully loud that it's completely useless for driving. But I've driven my Coyote-powered race car with just long tube headers, open headers, and I don't think it was much louder. We're more highway speeds now, and you can hear it, but it doesn't get that like pulsating drone a lot of systems have, so it really isn't bad on the highway. I could drive this and it wouldn't bother me at all at highway speeds. And if I haven't mentioned it, I said if you buy the Resonator Delete from Flowmaster along with the Outlaw Axle-Back at the same time, it's, you know, it makes a complete catback system, obviously a complete bolt-on like we showed you in the installation, but it's a very reasonably priced system too. And it allows you to buy it in pieces if you don't want to spend the money all at once, because the Outlaw, you know, is available in a catback exhaust system. But if you want to buy it this way, you can piece it together and get what you want when you want, which makes it a little easier to pay for too. And you can also always start with the Outlaw Axle-Back and see if that's enough for you. And if it isn't, add the Resonator Delete at a later time. I don't know what else to say except it's loud. I mean, the best way to describe this, people are asking, hey, what's the loudest exhaust for the 2018 GT? That's it. That's the loudest one I've heard. Without cats, I couldn't even imagine how deafening this exhaust would be. But if you want loud, this is definitely going to get the job done. And if you put the Resonator together with the Axle-Back, makes it a bolt-on installation. It's very reasonably priced as well. As far as the installation goes, typical exhaust install, maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours. Be back on the road in no time. Hey guys, hope you enjoyed that video. Make sure you click on the CJ button so you subscribe for future videos, and click the corner up here for more videos for your Mustang.